Let me set the scene. We hustle hard, stacking green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we got that vintage flair. You name it, we got it. All the styles you want to wear. Started small, now we. Hey, reseller besties. Hopefully, you are enjoying some downtime with your friends and family, but we still got this challenge that we have to focus on. This is day 12, and today we are going to talk about one of the challenges of reselling that we all have to deal with, and that is pricing. Price too high and it sits forever. Price too low and you leave money on the table. So I'm going to share with you some of my tips that I am implementing currently and as I move forward in growing my reselling business. And be sure to hit all of my buttons, give me that thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments what tips and tricks that resonate with you, and share your favorites with the class that I don't mention. So first off, when you're researching pricing, start with sold comps and not active listings. Active listings are what people just have the item priced at, but it has not sold. It is still listed. So you want to look at sold listings first. It's okay to look at active listings so you can see what your competition is doing, but you want to look at the sold listings. I like to use eBay Terapeak. I do have an eBay store. I'm not sure if that is a resource that is available to people who don't have stores, but I like to use that. That way I can compare the active versus the sold just by clicking back and forth in there and kind of price mine accordingly. Now, number 2, once you've identified a comp that you are happy with or like a ballpark, now you need to consider the condition of your item. If your item is new with tags, you can go a little bit higher. If the item is got some flaws into it, you want to price under market. And if the item has a high sell-through rate, you want to price it, accordingly, because it's going to sell quickly. If it has like a over 100% sell-through rate, set your price. You're not going to have to take too many offers or do too much haggling. But if it is overflowing, there's like a low sell-through rate on the item. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble talking. It must be this headband. It's making me have a headache. But if there's a lot of stock, like Lululemon black leggings in a size 6, there's 50 kajillion of them. Price yours under the fold, competitive price to move, unless it's new with tags, and then you can price accordingly. But those are some things that I consider. Once I know what the comps are, that's how I decide if I'm going to go above it or below it. And you kind of just got to do what's comfortable for you. If it's not, it's not an exact science. So you know what you paid for the item, and think about what you're willing to let the item go at. That brings me to my tip number 3, leave room for offers. Some people price their item at the rock bottom that they want to take, and then they don't have any room for offers. About 80 to 85% of the sales that I make are sold through an offer. So if I wanted 25 for it, I would probably price it at 30 so that there is room for those offers to come through, or shipping discounts if you give those out on Poshmark. Number 4, think about whether you want to fast flip or you want to max out your profit. So think about how long are you willing to hold on to this item. That is also going to correlate to how much storage space do you have for inventory. One of the blessings of Whatnot is that you can cycle through things quickly for a lower price. So if you don't have a lot of space, maybe you give things 90 days to sell. And then if they don't sell in 90 days, you can push it out the door on a Whatnot sale, send it to ThreadUp, redonate it. I wouldn't recommend that. But
whatever your space. I have tons of space. You guys have seen the videos of my basement, of our workspace. We have tons of space, so we can sit on things for years, and sometimes we do. But that should be kind of considered in how you price. If you want a price to move, go ahead and drop it below that comp. Like, think about the comp is where most things are selling. If you want a fast sell, you're going to go below. So the farther down below that, the quicker your sell is going to be, because it is going to be the cheapest. But also, people think that things that are cheap are fake or flawed. So think about that as well. But if your comp is right here in the middle and you price way above, unless it's new with tag, I wouldn't go too much above the baseline comp, because there's just unless it's a rare size, color, style, something that makes sure it's extremely unique and special. So those are all things that you need to consider when you're pricing. I know I'm not making this easier for you because people want a formula. Price Eileen Fisher sweaters at this price. And there is no exact science to it, because it could be a sweater that you got for free versus a sweater that you paid $20 for. And how much you paid for something should figure into how much you're going to list it for, because you need to get your investment back plus profit. So this is something I am going to start doing going forward, and I'm calling this the 48-hour rule. If I list something and it doesn't get any traction, any watchers or likers in that first 48 hours to 72 hours, I'm just going to drop it by $3 to $5 and see if it starts getting any attention. Sometimes you price right outside of the realm, and it gets no attention, and you want it to at least get some traction so that it still continues to be exposed in the algorithm and shown to buyers. You don't want it to get buried so far down that no one sees it. So whatever pricing formula you come up with is going to be unique to your business model and your reselling business, but it should consider comps as well as cost of goods, condition, and just whatever your markdown strategy is for your reselling business, and how fast you want to flip items. Like I said, there is no science to it. It is what are you comfortable with? If you're not comfortable with it, and if you find that you have things that you hang on to forever, then it's time to adjust that pricing strategy. Like I said, I have been known to price high and hold on to stuff forever. And that is something I'm tweaking in our business model currently. And as we move forward into 2026, let me know your thoughts on pricing in the comments down below and what factors into your pricing decision. And I will see you in the next one, friends. Let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks.